Surprised? Don't be. You definitely saw this coming. Today's video is all for Mario Party 10. I find this to be the most underrated Mario Party installment, as I find it very fun, due to the fun boards and modes, and especially all the extremely fun minigames. Needless to say, today, I'm counting down my top 10 favorite Mario Party 10 minigames. Usual reminder, concept still matters for my choices, and it's just my opinion and no one else's. I'm speaking only for myself. Also, I will not be counting any Bowser minigames, since, spoiler alert, they deserve their own list. Screw these intros, let's just party. Kicking off this list is Boss Battle Mega Monty Mole's Maze Mischief. All 4 players are on an airship and must attack Mega Monty Mole with cannons. However, to get to these cannons, they must run through a maze. The first player to get through the maze gets the strongest cannon, which scores 5 points. Second gets the second strongest, which scores 3 points. Third gets the second weakest, which scores 2 points. And last gets the weakest, which scores 1 point. After each player has shot their cannon, Mega Monty Mole will change the maze, and the players must repeat the process. When Mega Monty Mole runs out of health, the highest scoring player is the winner. But wait, there's more! Once Mega Monty Mole is down to half health, he'll get pissed off and start placing bombs in the maze, which take points from players they explode near. Also, don't think you're guaranteed a cannon, since there's a time limit for clearing the maze, and failing to clear it in time means you get no points for that round. This minigame is fun and a bit thrilling, and that's it. Mega Monty Mole's Maze Mischief has cleared the 10th place maze. Ninth place is Boss Battle King Boo's Tricky Tiles. Each player must get points by attacking King Boo with switches that'll activate flashlights. Some give 1 point and others give 3. However, to get to these switches, the players must jump across the tiles. But some of the tiles are actually Boos in disguise, which, if stepped on, will cost players 1 point and momentarily stun them. However, it gets worse. Once King Boo is pissed off, or half of his health is gone, more tiles will start to appear, and once he sets his minion Boos in place, he'll cover the screen, which will make it harder for players to remember which tiles are real or fake. Needless to say, the player with the most points when King Boo runs out of health is the winner. This minigame is fun and thrilling, with an epic concept. It's no tricky decision. King Boo's Tricky Tiles is definitely my 9th favorite Mario Party 10 minigame of all time. Sorry, 3 boss battles in a row. 8th place is Bowser's Tank Terror. Each player has their own tank, and must shoot cannonballs from it at Bowser's tank to get points. They must also avoid Bowser's counterattacks, which, if they fail to do so, will cost them points. They also have access to mushrooms, which will make them grow in size and give them 2 points per shot. However, this isn't all there is to this minigame. Once Bowser is down to half health, his tank will explode and launch him into the lava, which will make him turn into Dry Bowser and grow in size for some reason. After this, the players must keep shooting Dry Bowser until he runs out of health, at which point the highest scoring player is the winner. However, Dry Bowser's counterattacks are much harder to avoid, and they also take more points from hit players than Bowser's do. This minigame is extremely fun and thrilling, with an epic concept. Yeah, sounds about right for the final boss battle. Bowser's Tank Terror gives all who want 8th place Night Terrors. Finally, one that's not a boss battle! 7th place is 2v2 Boo Burglars. Both teams are in a graveyard, with several Boos surrounding them. On each team, one player's got a flashlight, and the other has a butterfly net. The flashlight players must shine their light on Boos to see if they possess a diamond. If they do, the net players must swing their net through the Boo to collect said diamond. Each diamond grants the team that obtained it 1 point, and the team with the most points after 30 seconds wins the minigame. For some reason, I just find this minigame very fun, with a pretty clever concept. Also, side note, I prefer to have the net instead of the flashlight. With all that, Boo Burglars is the burglar of 7th place. Back to the boss battles. 6th place is Mega Sledge Bros Card Chaos. There will be several cards, some with bullet bills, others with sledgehammers. The players will be given 5 seconds to memorize the cards, after which they'll be turned over. The players must then choose 1 card each. Cards with bullet bills will cause Mega Sledge Bro damage, and give 1 point to players that pick them, while cards with sledgehammers cause players that pick them to lose 1 point. The highest scoring player when Mega Sledge Bro runs out of health is the winner. Yes, there's more to it than this. Once half of Mega Sledge Bro's health is gone, cards with 2 sledgehammers will appear, which take 2 points from players who pick them instead of just 1. This minigame is very fun with a very cool concept, and I've always loved memory testing minigames. Mega Sledge Bros Card Chaos is chaotic about 6th place. Coming in at 5th place is Boss Battle Kamek's Rocket Rampage. Each player has their own fighter plane and must grab rockets and shoot them at Kamek. Doing so both causes Kamek damage and gives players points, 2 for small ones and 5 for big ones, and the highest scoring player when Kamek runs out of health wins. However, there's a lot more to it than that. Kamek will shoot bullet bills, amps, and bonsai bills, all of which take different amounts of points from players when hit. Fine, bullet bills take 1 point, amps take 2, and bonsai bills take 3. Also, once Kamek is pissed off, he'll move around faster and counterattack more frequently, both of which make him much harder for players to shoot. This minigame is extremely fun and thrilling, with a completely epic concept. Also, as I've said before, I've always loved watching aerial plane fights in movies, and this minigame is the perfect way to enjoy that. If you try taking 5th place from Kamek's Rocket Rampage, it'll go on a rampage. Fourth place is Free-for-All Foo Me Once. There are 7 platforms, each with an A, 1, or 2 on it, or the Wii Remote buttons. However, after the players are shown these platforms, the nearby foos will blow clouds over them, so they must memorize each platform's button command, and when the time comes, push that button to advance to the next platform. Pushing the wrong button, or no button at all, results in elimination, since each player only has 1 life. That's right, no second chances. Any player to get all 7 button commands correct will reach the end of the path and win the minigame. This minigame is not only fun, but nice and simple, and again, I love minigames that test my memory. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me once, sans L, Foo Me Once is 4th place. Third place goes to Free-for-All Ice Slide, You Slide. Each player is running across an icy track, which contains several rolling snowballs and flippers. Or is it flippers? The snowballs must be jumped over, and the flippers must be slid under. If players fail to do so, they'll get hit by one of these hazards and fall behind, giving opponents an edge. Also, at the end, the players must sprint to the finish line by rapidly swinging the Wii Remote, and the first player to cross said finish line is the winner. As I've said several times before, I've always loved racing minigames, and this one is just fun and a little bit thrilling. It may not be as thrilling as a boss battle, but no matter what, Ice Slide, You Slide slides right into 3rd place, much like Guide Slide right into a time-killing epilogue. Got one? Quit holding out! Running up is Free-for-All Flash Forward. All 4 players are in front of a camera and must be standing on the podium when it flashes. However, the podium is too small to fit all 4 players at once. Therefore, they have the option to attack their opponents to knock them off it. They can stomp, punch, kick, and ground pound, and any player standing on the podium when the camera flashes will get points. Doing so gives 8 points, unless they're striking a pose, in which case they'll score a perfect 10 points. Otherwise, they won't score anything. The highest scoring player wins the minigame. Obviously. This minigame's concept is extremely clever and epic, and once again, I've always loved fighting games. It may last 10 seconds. No, literally, players have 10 seconds to get on the podium before the camera flashes, but that doesn't really matter. All that does matter is that Flash Forward will forward 2nd place to nobody. Honorable mention party. 15th place is Free-for-All Shy Guy Shuffle. Each of 5 Shy Guys is holding a platter with a different amount of donuts. They will start moving around, and the players must remember which Shy Guy has which amount of donuts, and pick one when prompted. Each donut held by the player's chosen Shy Guy grants him/her 1 point, and after 3 rounds, the highest scoring player wins. This one is just fun, and I like minigames that force me to pay attention. 14th place is free-for-all Cheep Leap. Each player has their own superstar, whose power they must use to kill Cheeps. Doing so gives them points, and the player with the best score when time is up wins. This one is fun and thrilling, and I've always liked point-racking games. Also, the concept is original. 13th place is 1v3, finally, Watermelon Whalin. The lone player's got a hammer, and each team player has their own watermelon, and the lone player, using the hammer, must smash all 3 watermelons. If he or she does so before time expires, he or she wins. But if at least one watermelon is unsmashed when time expires, the team wins. This one is very fun and quite thrilling. 12th place is 2v2 Goombrat Combat. Each team has their own side of a field, which is filled with several Goombrats. The teams must punch these Goombrats off of their side onto their opponent's side, and the team with the least amount of Goombrats on their side when time is up wins. This one is very fun and thrilling, with a clever and even funny concept. Last but not least, 11th place is Boss Battle Mega Goomba's Ladder Leap. All 4 players must attack Mega Goomba by jumping from the platform and stomping his head. Doing so gives points, and when Mega Goomba's defeated, the highest scoring player wins. This one is very fun and quite thrilling, with an epic and very original concept. You know, the thing Mario's been doing ever since his humble days on the NES. Finally, number 1. It's a boss battle, and sorry, can't think of any more hints. It's none other than Mega Blooper's Bubble Battle. Each player is facing Mega Blooper underwater. God knows how they're not drowning. In front of the players, a varying amount of bubbles with half a picture will be shown, some of which have shells, some mushrooms, and some flowers, and then Mega Blooper will summon more bubbles with more half pictures. The players must aim and pick the right bubble that'll match one of the ones in front of them, and doing so will cause Mega Blooper damage, and give players points. The highest scoring player when Mega Blooper runs out of health is the winner. No, it's not this simple. Mega Blooper will occasionally ink, which will make it harder for players to see the bubbles. Also, once he's lost half of his health, he will summon smaller bloopers, which take 1 point from players that pick incorrect bubbles. He'll also ink more frequently and spin around, both of which make bubbles even harder to see. This minigame is extremely fun and thrilling, with a fairly epic concept. And again, I love games that force paying attention. With all that, it's crystal clear. Mega Blooper's Bubble Battle is easily my number 1 favorite Mario Party 10 minigame of all time. So there you have it, my top 10 favorite Mario Party 10 minigames of all time. For more videos like this, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, please check out my social media. All links are in the description. Thanks a bunch for watching, guys. See you next time. Mikoro Glyscore 472, out.